Okay, today we are going to study related to interest on drawings. So this one is also one of the adjustments which are there in partnership firm. Suppose if nothing is mentioned in a partnership deed, then there is no need of charging any interest on drawings. If there is an agreement or there is a fixed rate of interest that is mentioned in partnership deed, means they need to give what? Interest on drawings. So drawings means what? Withdrawal of money for the personal use. By whom? The partners. So whenever they are going to withdraw their money from the business for their personal use, it will be termed as what? Drawings. So on that drawings there should be a certain percentage need to be charged. Why? Whenever they are going to charge interest, means what happens? It is a kind of discouragement not to withdraw the money, right? On our drawings, if there is a what? If there is a interest, means what happens? Partners will not try to remove their capital out of their business, right? So that is the reason why they are charging interest on drawings. So now we need to study related to interest on drawings. If we are going to withdraw that money, which is fixed amount in every month, means there is a certain period, means we need to charge interest for certain month. So here it is given, if we are going to withdraw on the first day, that means on the first day of every month, if we are going to withdraw money, means the rate or for how many months we need to charge is 6.5 months. In case if we are withdrawing money in the middle of the month, means we need to charge for 6 months, or in the case of at the end, means we need to charge interest for 5.5 months. So how to calculate this particular interest on drawings? So now I am going to teach you clearly. For example, so the case is when fixed amount is withdrawn. So here see the case. There should be a fixed amount withdrawal, that to each and every month. So if there are 12 months, means in 12 months they need to withdraw what? Fixed amount. For example, Raju is a partner who is withdrawing 2000 each month. So such situations are called as what? Fixed amount withdrawal, right? So that is the example. So now in this particular situation there are three cases. Suppose fixed amount is withdrawn at the beginning of the month. At the beginning of the month. That means what? For example, the current period. That means what? Present year. The current period is 2019 to 20. So if this is the current period, in the beginning of each month he is going to withdraw a fixed amount. For example, Ashish is the partner who is going to withdraw 2000 every month. So every month he is going to withdraw, that is at the beginning of the year. So at the beginning he is going to withdraw 2000. So in this case, how to calculate interest on his drawing? So there is a formula, note down. Formula to calculate interest. So interest on drawings is formula total drawings. So total drawings means how to calculate total drawings. So if he is withdrawing 2000 every month, means how many months are there in year? 12, right? We need to calculate 2000 into 12, that is the total drawings. Then rate of interest. So if they have given rate of interest, that we need to charge. Then average period. So about average period I am going to explain now. Then 1/12, right? So this is the formula, note down, to calculate interest on drawings. The formula is total drawings into rate of interest into average period into 1/12. So how to calculate average period? So to calculate average period, the formula is longest period plus shortest period. So average will be calculated how? By dividing sum of the items, right? Here 2 items are there, or 2 variables are there, so divided by 2. So this is the formula to calculate average period. Suppose C, now we are taking what? Option A, that is at the beginning of every month. So they are withdrawing at the beginning of every month. For example, 2000 is amount 2000 is withdrawn each month. So how to calculate here? So the current period is 2019 to 2020. So at the beginning of each and every month he is withdrawing what? 2000. So how? So year beginning is April, right? 1/4/2019. So he in the month of April he withdrawn 2000 rupees. So next, so it is what? Year beginning, at the beginning of the month he is withdrawing. That means on each month's first day he is withdrawing money. So 1/4/2019 he withdrawn 2000. Then again 1/5, that is in the month of May he withdrawn again 2000 rupees. So this continues till where? Till the end of the year. Year end is what? 31/3/2020. But he is withdrawing what? At the beginning of each month. No? That's why 1/3/2020 is the last month of the year. So during this period he withdrawn fixed amount, that is 2000. So now we need to calculate what? What is the longest period? Longest period begins from the beginning of the year till the end of the year. That means how many months are here? 12 months, right? So from 1/4 to 1/3/2020 means what? Here longest period is 12 months. So write down average period. Longest period is 12. Now shortest is what? Shortest duration is at the end of the year we need to see. So this is the end of the month, right? Means end of the year, last month, this one. So that begins with 1/3/2020 to 31/3/2020, right? So how many months? 1 month is there. That is the shortest period. So write down. So this is the formula, right? Longest period plus shortest period divided by 2. So that is 13/2. That means what? 6.5. So this is the average period. So that is in case of what? If the amount is withdrawn at the beginning of every month. So this is the calculation. Now next we need to see for case B. For case B, amount is withdrawn at the middle of every month. That means what? For each month he is going to withdraw in the middle of a month. For example, if it is April, so that is amount is withdrawn on which day? 15th April. Now current period is what? 2019 to 2020. So amount withdrawn is rupees 2000. Now we need to calculate average period, right? So 15/4. This is the beginning of the year. On 15/4/2019 he withdrawn 2000. Again on 15 May he withdrawn 2000. So till the end of the period also he withdrawn this fixed amount. So year end is what? Year end is 31/3/2019, but he is going to withdraw in the middle of the year, right? So 15 is the date. 15/3/2020. So it is the end of the year. Now we need to see what? Average period is equal to longest period plus shortest period divided by what? 2. So now longest period, calculate. Here only half is remaining, right? In the month of April, the beginning month, only half is there. So how many months are there? The longest period is 11.5, sorry. The longest period is what? 11.5, because in the beginning of the month we have started from the middle, right? So 11.5 is the month longest, and the shortest. So we need to see the end of the month for a particular year. The end month we need to see. So it begins with the 15, ends with the 31st 3/2020. So only 0.5 months are there, right? So now calculate the average period. So you are getting what? 12 by 2. That means what? 6 months. So this is the average period in case the money is withdrawn in the middle of the month. Next, third case, if money, that is fixed amount, is withdrawn at the end of each month. That means what? On 31st April, on 31st May, they are going to do what? Withdrawal of their money. That is fixed amount. So amount withdrawn, withdrawal amount 2000. Then current period 2019 to 20. So now on 31st 4, so this is the beginning, right? On 31st 4 they have withdrawn 2000. Sorry, in the month of April, only 30 days, right? Then 31st May 2019. So till the end of the year they are going to withdraw fixed amount. So end period is 31st 3/2020. So we need to calculate what? Average period. So now longest period plus shortest period, right? Divided by 2. Now longest period is how many months? So here only 11 months are remaining, because at the end of the year we are doing. So here how many months are there? Only 11 months. From 30 April to 31st March 2020 we are having longest period as 11 months. Shortest, see here, this is the ending month of the year, right? 31st. So there is no shortest period remaining, 0. So now what? We have obtained only 5.5, right? So this is the period, average period. If it is at the beginning if it is at the beginning of the year, means that is 6.5 or 6.5. If it is in the middle of the month, that is 6. If it is at the end of each month, that is 5.5 or 5.5. So now we need to work out one particular problem. For example, Ashish is withdrawing 10,000 per month. So he is withdrawing what? 10,000 every month. That is the fixed amount. So he is withdrawing 10,000 at an interest rate of 8%. So interest rate is what? 8%. So now we need to calculate interest on drawings in three cases. That is at the beginning of each month, at the middle of each month, and at the end of each month. So now option A, at the beginning of each month. So if it is beginning, means what? Beginning means how many months or how many average periods? What is the average period? That is 6.5, right? That is 13 by 12. So now write the formula. Interest on drawings is equal to total drawings into rate of interest into average period into 1 by 12. So this is the formula. What we need to do now? We need to apply the formula now. So now, what is the amount withdrawn? 10,000. 10,000 is for every month, right? So what we need to do? Total drawings means we need to multiply that with the months. So for a year, they are going to withdraw this fixed amount. That is 10,000 into 12 means how much? 1,20,000. So how we calculated? 10,000 is the amount withdrawn every month. So total months we are having in a year is 12. So that is 1,20,000 into rate of interest. It is given 8 by 100. Then average period. In case if it is at the beginning of each month. So it is average period which we have calculated here, right? So here we have calculated. See, that is 13 by 12. Right? At the beginning of the year means average period is, write down, 13 by 12 into 1 by 12. Now we need to calculate the interest on drawings. So 1,20,000 into 8 into 13 into 1 divided by. So you need to multiply these first. Okay. So you are getting what? 100 into 12. Sorry, this one 13 by 2. 100 into 2 into 12. How much you are getting? 2,400, right? So divide that. So you are getting answer 5,200. So this is the way you need to calculate. First you need to calculate this one. 100 into 2 into 12. That means you are getting 2,400. Then you need to multiply the nominator. So after multiplying, you need to divide the amount. Next, if it is at the middle of the month, if it is at the middle of the month means write down the total amount. So interest, write down the total amount of drawings, that is 1,20,000. Now rate of interest is same, right? 8 into 8 by 100. Then average period, if it is withdrawal at the middle of the month means average period is, see, 12 by 2. Write down 12 by 2 into 1 by 12. So to obtain the answer, first you need to multiply this. So you are getting denominator value 2,400. Now multiply this. 1,20,000 into 8 into 12 into 1, you are getting 11 lakh. You are getting so now divide that particular amount with the 2,400. So you are getting answer as 4,000. You are getting answer as 4,800. Okay. So that is for the middle of the month. If it is at the end of every month. End of every month. So write down the formula. Interest on drawings is equal to total drawing 1,20,000, right? Into rate of interest 8 by 100 into average period. So average period is how much? 11 by 12, right? 11 by 2. 11 by 2 into 1 by 12. So calculate 1,20,000 into 8 into 11 into 1 divided by 2,400. So you are getting answer as 4,400. So this is the way in which you need to calculate interest on drawings. So this particular solution is in case when the fixed amount is withdrawn at each and every month. That means, for example, if 5,000 is withdrawn in the month of April, means till March they need to withdraw that amount. So the amount of withdrawal should be fixed, or it should be similar for each and every month. So in such situation we are going to apply this particular formula. So if you are having any doubt, you can ask me.